Hi all, my name is Haley Comet and welcome to my Cosmic Corner of the Internet, where we discuss all things astrology. And today, ultimate guide for how to make a Sagittarius Sun or Venus fall in love with you. Yes, Ultimate Guide was a series that I used to do on my channel. In fact, I have a horrendously cringy photo booth video that I put on my YouTube channel before promptly forgetting I had a YouTube channel, and was horrified to know that it amassed like 5,000 views. Not a lot by the internet standards, but for a Virgo rising with a hole in my sweatshirt and in my living room with bad lighting, it was a little embarrassing. Alas, I do think it is my duty as someone who has dated all of the signs of the zodiac to share the knowledge that I've accumulated on each of the signs. I'm not gonna be stingy and hold that back. So alas, I'm sharing information on how to make a Sagittarius Sun or Venus fall in love with you. And important disclaimer, by no means am I saying that you can make someone fall in love with you. The best way to make anyone fall in love with you is to be yourself. And if they aren't into that, then they are not worthy of you and your amazing self. However, I do believe there are certain aspects of ourselves that we can highlight to appeal to their signs, desires, and needs. Before diving in, if you could do me a favor, like, subscribe, and turn the bell on for a little notification every time I post some cosmic content. It really helps me keep these weekly videos coming. And without further ado, let's get into it. Sagittarius Seduction. So, first thing you need to know about a Sagittarius is that their life has a distinctive direction, and that is forward. And their preference has a distinction, which is more. They are here to expand. I think of Sagittarians like they are on a journey, like a hero's journey, where they are on a story that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And they need to be the hero of their own story, marching towards their ultimate destiny. Basically, Sagittarians have this quest that they go on. They're on a journey. So if you are someone who thrives on routine, predictability, and nights at home, it might not be a perfect match. Sagittarius needs to feel like their life has momentum, like it has a direction, like they are leading to something. Typically, most Sagittarians gain this through variety and through new experiences. Sagittarians need freedom to go on this journey. So if you are someone who is clingy or tries to threaten their freedom in any way, it will not be a match. The best part of yourself that you can play up without being dishonest, of course, is your fun. Sagittarius is an uplifting, adventurous, fun-loving sign. Be spontaneous, be fun, try new things, try Burmese food, be down to bowl at midnight. Sagittarians want to feel like life is a fun adventure. And if you're someone who doesn't really have the same framework of mind, that'll instantly kind of turn them off. If you're someone who is controlling and wants to know where they are at all times, that'll also be something to turn them off, because they have a very important need to themselves to remain free. And that's like a kind of a embedded fear in a Sagittarian native, is that someone is going to control you and threaten your freedom in some way. Of course, when you've progressed in a relationship, they need to, be honest with you and keep that line of communication going. But early in courtship, really channeling that energy of independence and allowing your own unique spark to radiate. So like having so much going on for your life that you're not even checking up on them. So like next time you meet up, they're like, "What'd you do?" And you're like, "Oh, I went to Morocco for the weekend and it was so fun." Don't lie, but I'm saying if you kind of invoke that fun-loving, adventurous spirit within yourself, you will be so magnetic to a Sagittarius, because that's what they want life to feel like. And when they're with a partner, they want life to feel full of variety and adventure and surprises. So playing up that same spirit within yourself and allowing your fun-loving spirit to enhance both when you're spending time with them and also in your individual life, because that makes you magnetic. So channeling, the spontaneity that you see in them within your own life, so you always have fun new stories to swap with one another. They want to feel like they are growing and they are learning. So any sort of routine, consistency, it just doesn't appease their Sagittarian, Jupiterian nature to want to expand, adventure, explore, and be this illustrious hero on their own journey. Always have something interesting and fun to say. So obviously we're not all interesting all the time, but I would definitely, before dating a Sagittarius, I would, think of a story that I could tell if, the conversation hit a lull, or a travel, like a trip I hadn't told them about, like, oh, did I ever tell you about the time I went to Greece? Oh my gosh, you would love it. I had these euros. Take them on journeys in conversation. So definitely before dates, just think of a couple things that you can kind of mention if you do notice a lull, or aspects of your life you haven't played into. Remember, they want to explore. So if they feel like you're one-dimensional or surface, that just doesn't intrigue them enough. They want to learn more, not only about you, but about the world. So if you have interesting stories from your trip to Greece, your trip to Bali, they would love to hear it. Show them your way of life. So if you are from a different place than you are, explaining about your culture. If you like a different cuisine that they haven't tried, recommending things on the menu to them, taking them to that hole-in-the-wall restaurant that you adore. Show and reveal all of the kind of adventure and the fun sides of yourself and the things that you can take them through to enhance the variety within your life. Also, Sagittarians are in this journey for the truth. So you cannot BS a Sagittarius. That's why I'm saying play up the interesting parts of you, but make sure they're really part of you. They are looking for the truth, and they will be very blunt. So they typically don't really lie. Like, you'll know where you stand with a Sagittarius, and they do not abide by dishonesty from you either. So being straight up and also expecting to hear a little bluntness. I remember when I was dating a Sagittarius, like, he would say things and I was like, ow, whoa, okay. But they're honest, they're straight up, and you always know if they say, your hair's not looking just right, they value the truth above, making people feel comfortable. And that's what makes them so hilarious. Comedy is another important thing to play up in your relationship with a Sagittarius. So like I was saying, taking them to the fun restaurant, making dates an adventure is very important because they associated that variety and that adventure with you. Taking them to a comedy show would be another awesome thing. A, because Sagittarians are so humorous and hilarious, and B, because they'll laugh a lot and associate that with you. You don't want to get too deep with the Sagittarius, as they do want things to feel uplifting and positive. They are a positive driven sign. So if you're at the second date telling them all about your cat that died when you were 3, it's just gonna kind of feel like a wet blanket to them. So they want life to feel fun, and they want you to feel fun. So if you're someone who thrives on bonding in really emotionally intense ways, someone with a strong Sagittarius nature to their chart, that's not their perfect cup of tea, and that could just be a sign that you guys are a little bit mismatched. Many Sagittarians are religious or spiritual, and this could be another way to both teach your Sagittarius, because Sagittarians are very curious, and also learn from your Sagittarius. They might enjoy if you ask questions about, their spirituality or different experiences that they've had, or what they believe in, or their viewpoint. They are definitely someone who wants to get to the truth of human nature, and they might be very opinionated, but as a fire sign, they kind of thrive on that flirty back and forth banter. And as I mentioned, they can be very truthful. So it might be back and forth banter, and then you're like, ooh, okay, that one hurt a little bit. But it's kind of just the flirty nature that they're used to, and that kind of dynamic of just going back and forth will be really fun. So, lovingly teasing them, but I wouldn't go there unless you're ready for some truth to come out. Being open to debate with them. They want, on their journey for truth, they love kind of going back and forth with other individuals on what their truth is. Spontaneity is important. So I would say if you've even a couple months into the courtship, spontaneously, booking a trip to a new place that they haven't been. Variety is what really eases their souls. And it's not to say that they are not faithful by any means. I believe that anyone has the capacity to be faithful. It's just that they crave variety. And so, through you giving them access to variety, whether it's through foods or through experiences, and they'll associate that fun and that adventure with you. So I'd love to know, what questions do you have about Sagittarius? What sign do you want me to do next to just finish off this series? I'm a Virgo rising, so if I leave, anything undone, it really drives me crazy. So the fact I didn't have all my ultimate guides done, was driving me crazy. So what sign do you want me to do next? Leave it down below. If you could drop a like if you got some value out of this and you're ready to go seduce that Sagittarius. Until we meet again, drink lots of water and stay cosmic.